Hey everybody, let's do a recap of August 5th. Was looking for shorts at the ceiling in which we widely chopped around for the majority of Asia, which then finally just topped out and came tumbling down. With huge retracements as the market is exhausting and sitting in just a temporary top. For retracement, and I believe for more long. Now, I do like this 391 on GLD a lot. Splice wave 1015 open state average movement. Because it's on the 15-minute time frame, it might have a little bit of wiggle, somewhere between 3 to 7 points perhaps, if that trade works. I don't see why a working trade would need more than a 10 to 15 point stop on that. Depending on what kind of volatility comes in for or when that sets in. So I like it in general to have a short, especially with ending the week and so much happened this week. You get a super nice move down. The inconvenient scenario is that we do get a push down and then it just kind of chops and we just pretty much have another flat day. I would not be surprised if that happens just for annoying purposes, but any move above this ceiling for towards a wall long and these open states here, it's outlier on the daily time frame, 5% to be exact. So the higher probability direction is to the downside. But the thing is, it's a strong move to the downside. We have wall short, 3 open states, and weekly ceiling to also retest the wave 7 daily vector to prove whether or not this large trend is going to sustain from further upside and recover from so much tumbling that came since mid-April. So, yeah, that'll be pretty significant if we test into that tomorrow. That's for gold. Let's jump over to NQ and ES. I mentioned in futures analysis that you could have used the 15-minute vector on ES for an easy trade. I mentioned that before Asia Open, we had a little bit of squeeze. I sent out that 6-minute video to pro members to understand some of my personal approaches to trade management and how you could have managed a trade on the NQ side for a short scalp in Asia. There was nice confluence here. ES hit its PML, and then I saw some other stuff on the fractal for NQ, and the 1-minute HMA was slicing through. So it's a nice trade down, but then for ES long later, here's a 15-minute vector, only had 2.5 points of drawdown, and it worked really nice for an Asia trade. It went from, got in at the 15-minute vector, went for 15 points. So that's very nice for Asia. Low stress, just using the vector. Going into tomorrow, well, recap also, coming into New York, talking through a trade idea with Caliber, and we, in Pro Live, took longs coming down into the floor. So we hit the floor. I said in Pro Live before it happened, I said I like the ES longs off of the high of day stat. We came down, that had 1 point of drawdown, took it on ES, and That was probably the smoothest move of the day. Went for 400 plus points. Took profit around there, and yep, that was really nice. The rest of the day was very boring. So going into Friday, I'm kind of packing in a lot of levels in this area to try to understand what's going to happen in Asia. And I'm curious. Because we have these afternoon highs set in, which I would like to seek them out to sweep them and move down. Really majorly targeting for the day this floor, just testing that wave. I'm sorry, that daily vector. On ES2, we have net dealer, floor, and IV wall kind of all packed in together from 7650 to 58. I'm just curious. I included quite a bit of information on both NQ and ES. I'm just trying to see where things land for the end of day. I might compress some of these levels to not reach out the whole day, just so that visibility wise it doesn't get in the way. But the outlier move is to the upside for tomorrow. So I did put in some Friday 20% ceiling hugs the bottom of the IV wall just in case, but I am looking for downside. We do have some news in the morning, so remembering that. I like that we have the Thursday, Friday spliced 80% band and the Friday only 50% band right next to each other with the Friday open state just above, testing back down into this 29,000. I like that a lot for psychological, especially after having such a large move from last week. So, yeah, I'm curious. I'm really curious if we get something like this. Just finish off right there. We'll see. I'll have some more updates as I get more information tonight. All right. That's about it. Take care. Happy Free Friday.